Okay, so I just got back from a trip home, well, to my old home, and there's a couple of really awesome hobby shops. And of course, I went to see some friends that work there. And what do I find when I get there? The Galaxy Runner, the originally Bandai kit boxed by Entex from the movie Message from Space. Now, this is a really rare find. It's not easy. There's still examples on eBay that you can pick up, but this is a very rare model kit, and it was $10, if you can believe that. $10 Canadian. Now they normally go, and I think I just checked eBay. I think they're around 110 bucks or 120 Canadian plus shipping, and so this is very unusual to find. I think it was a collection that was sold to the store or something, but I don't know, my buddy just didn't realize what he had. Anyways, I grabbed this, of course, along with a couple other kits. But this thing is pretty cool. Now, the Galaxy Runner is from a movie called Message from Space. And it was a movie that came out, a Japanese film that came out in 1978. And it starred Vic Morrow from the television World War II drama Combat, who played Sergeant Saunders, and probably the claim to fame of the movie, because in all reality it's a pretty terrible film. But it is a spin-off from the Star Wars craze that was going on. There was a number of films that came out, and this was one of them that really was a close to Star Wars and storyline. And yeah, so this came out. Now, originally this was boxed by Bandai in 1978. They came out with 3 kits for the aircraft, or for the spacecraft that was in the movie. And so this one is boxed by Entex. It's said to be 1/48 scale, and no real way to know that for sure. But it is about a 6.5-inch model when completed, and the box is about 9 inches by 6 inches. And let's take a look inside. So instructions we'll take a look at in a second. It comes with 5 runners, very nice cream colored plastic. Everything is on the sprues, thankfully. So it was, even though it was not in bags, it was still all present and accounted for. There's cream colored sprue and 3 pieces on a blue clear sprue, which I put in this bag not to scratch it up. It already is a bit scratched, but I want to keep it all together and keep it from wear anyways. Not only that, the vintage of this kit was such that they like to make it sort of have toy-like features, and so this was like a wheel set that you could put on the table and run down the table and stuff like that. So anyways, won't be using that. Probably will build this, though a lot of people will probably think I'm nuts, but model kits are made to be built, and so that's what I'm going to do. So that's that. So let's take a look at the actual kit parts. 5 runners, very nicely detailed. Just because it's 1978 doesn't mean that it should be devoid of detail, but very nice recessed panel lines. If this was a kit that was built in or molded in North America, rest assured it probably have raised lines. But these all have recessed lines, which is nice. Crisp detail. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary in any way. Some flash here, but nothing to lose your mind over. Second sprue here is the cockpit section, and one of the blue pieces fits in here. The clear piece for the canopy, or the now in the film, there's 2 different front sections. So this one right here was the latter half, and it was armed with laser cannons or what have you. And then it also had the front section at the beginning of the film, and even has the Bandai logo, the old Bandai logo, and the copyright. It doesn't have the year, but I do know it's 1978. So these are interchangeable. You can put these on and off. This is the front nacelle, I guess, for the 2 reactor engines, and with this vintage, it was nuclear powered, 2 nuclear powered pods, and another blue, the 2 blue pieces fit behind them respectively. So that was pretty cool. Here are the engine pods. When assembled, they look like they'd be nice round and not oval. These pieces here fit underneath the forward sections, so allows it to move on the table or whatever surface you want. So you'd probably want to sand those off if you were to make this kit and make them flush, filling them with styrene or whatever. The kit is also, it's got a variable geometry wing sweep, and here are the wings. It looks really nice. They have a nice, really nice design to them, and forward section of these, probably the laser cannons. Anyway, this is the front section, which the or the I don't know, the tube that holds the forward sections, and you can interchange them as you see fit, and the wheel that fits on the front, but we wouldn't be putting that in. These are the two cap-like things that allow you to interchange the front sections as you will. So yeah, that's the plastic. It's really nice detailed recessed lines. So yeah, so that is the plastic. Now it does say 1/48 scale, and you could probably build up an interior for the, I think there's enough online resources that you can see a basic cockpit detail that you could do something, because the sprue is clear, the blue canopy section. So anyways, that's the plastic. Now let's take a look at the rest of it here. So it did not come in bags, so I put the decals in this sandwich bag here, but I don't have any confidence that these would go down in any way. I can see the ink bleeding through. If you were to make it, you probably just want to paint these details as the it's not difficult to replicate these lines. So that's the decals. Now, instruction manual, picture of the aircraft, a detail, limited warranty. Interesting how this is on there. You don't normally see that unless it's in Japanese, in the Bandai boxing. So yeah, so here we are with the step one and the variable sweep wings. Very simple construction. This is the bottom wing section, and here's the nose wheel section to allow it to move on the surface, and the two front sections, and you can see the cap here, which allows you to move them, interchange as you see fit. Now I wouldn't be building anything like this. This is the wheel housing, and the three fuselage pieces fit together. Very, very simple construction. Yep. And there you can see what it would look like fitting into the slots in the bottom. And if you were to take these off, it actually allows you to easily remove them, so you can fit the lower section. And it's got the laser cannon on the bottom. Oh, beacon modules, an attack module. Okay, there you go. Anyways, this is a great addition to my collection. I'm really happy about it. I really want to build it, and a lot of people probably would think this should be kept because you know, there's not too many of these kits around anymore. But I don't know. I really want to put it together. So we'll see. If you see a future video where this thing starts, well, there you go. Now there were two other aircraft, spacecraft. One was the Liabi Star Cruiser, and that was sort of the mothership where these two, well, this one and the Comet Fire, more angular ship, would fit onto, and it, you know, had a sort of a wings that could lift up and allow it to dock into the mothership. And there was a video game I remember back in the 80s that featured scenes from the film Message from Space, and I remember playing the game religiously. Sort of, it was like a live action video game, kind of like Dragon's Lair, if you're that old, let's just say. Anyways, yeah, Thanks for tuning in. I will leave a link in the description to the film, which I did see on YouTube. And so I'll leave a link to that so you can check it out. Keep in mind, it is a terrible movie, but it's so bad it's good. Kind of. Anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for possibly this thing getting built. All right, thank you.